information gathering, right? And we can improve the next thing that we're gonna do, or the next time we do this thing.
That's good.
That's what's
Oh,
up.
no,
Once
that's
people understand that and not get their feelings involved, it'll work. When people start getting their feelings involved and start getting defensive, because sometimes they're not. And here's the thing, right? The person is giving the comments, say it's the wife to the husband, and the husband to the wife, right? Whoever is receiving it has to. You gotta kind of like check your feelings. They may not check their feelings when they're saying it, but you gotta kind of check your feelings when you're receiving it. And if you can't do that, then what's the point in the conversation? There's no point in it because again, all you're gonna do is go tit for tat.
I like that. I like that.
so. At what point in the AAR do you ever have to bring in a mediator? Or is it,
You shouldn't have
There's,
it.
there's no mediator.
Yeah, you should
Okay.
already have
Person conducting the AAR, right? And then there's a person that's taking notes.
it. Right.
Or taking notes?
So,
Okay.
sometimes, for example, people don't. Right. So what happened is we take notes of everything that was said that we need to improve on, and we take notes on everything that they say we need to sustain. So sustain is the positive part of it. Like this went well. This is what we should continue to do. So we take notes on all those things, and then it goes back. Now, in a relationship, it's just you and that person, right?
Right.
So you each need to be taking notes. So each of
Mm.
you take notes, and then you kind of sit down and compare notes and say, okay, you know what? On this thing right here, yeah, I could have. Remember we talked about, waking up early to get to where you got to get to, or
Right.
whatever. Because if both of you going to the same place together, and one person wakes up late, you're already behind,
Right.
right? So, and I'm not going to use the wife. I think last time I used the wife as an example. Let's use the man as an example. The wife wakes up on time. She gets dressed. The husband didn't get up on time, so he's lollygagging. He's going off the process. So, how can we improve that? The next time she can say, well, you know what, honey, you were late getting up. So next time when I wake up, I will wake you up as well.
Wow.
And that's the way to improve the next time we're going somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of
Yep.
saying, well, if you got up on time, we would have been on time. And then he'll go, well, if you woke me up, oh, you didn't keep me up late. Like, it's always going to be that back and forth. You got to be open to saying, you know what, let's compromise. Yes, when I wake up, next time, I'll get you up.
That's good.
So, yeah, you just got to meet in the middle and discuss, what needs to be worked on and what needs to be sustained. So, and it's so important to have those sustained because you know what worked well. So you just basically added to what worked well and taking away from what didn't work well.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a thumbs up on what you just said, man. I got a thumbs up here on
Now,
that.
that's a great way.
So
Now,
it's
great
good stuff.
explanation. Great explanation, bro.
Yes, sir.
Well, I can tell you in 2019, right? I hope my mother had 7 children. One passed away in 2019. So we had planned ahead to surprise my mother for her 70th birthday, right? So all of her kids, all of us had never been in the same place at the same time. Hell, we all hadn't even been raised in the same household. You understand what I'm saying? So he's talking different personalities, right? Then he's talking about people bringing their wives, their girlfriend, their kids. Okay, so things didn't go exactly as we would like it to go, right? I would tell you the story about when we were leaving, because you can know the story. That morning, we were supposed to check out the house at 10 o'clock. I'm in the guest house because, of course, I showed up late, so I got the guest house. So biggie. So I go over to the main house, and I'm thinking everybody's packing up. I look around, people sitting down,
No.
right? So I said, I'm getting ready to go into first sergeant mode. And I told them, I said, do not take it personal. But right now, I'm not trading. Right now, I'm first sergeant. Okay? And so I started barking orders because, look, we got to go. We got to get out of this house. My sister was in the room with her husband. She was about to come out the room. Her husband grabbed her and said, don't go out there. So we had 2 vehicles. I gave my 2 nieces directions. Boom, boom. Your luggage is going to this vehicle. My brother, his wife, your luggage is going to this vehicle. And I just laid out all the instructions. I look at the table. My brother is reaching into the table, into the box to grab a donut. And I'm like, are you serious? Are you really about to eat a donut? No, you are not. We got things to do. And he just started retracting his hand out that donut box. Right? So, I went at the whole thing. But my sister's brother's mother, she was sitting in the chair. When I tell you, she did not move. And I didn't give her any instructions because, of course, I respect my elders or whatever the case may be. But she had this look on her face like, I am glad I'm not one of you guys. Okay?
Wow.
But so after that, when we got to the airport, we said we got to have an AAR. I said we're gonna do an AAR in 2 weeks because what happened? A lot of things happened on that vacation in that week that shouldn't have happened. And so we had to discuss that. Okay, next time everybody comes, everybody make their own car. Nobody depend on anybody to get around because when I'm ready to go, I don't need nobody jumping with me if I want to go solo. So we had to discuss certain things. And did we have any issues after that? Like, cause we went home again last year. Yeah, we did, but not like in 2019. So we had some major improvements. So
Right.
yeah, people just gotta have the conversation and just not be in their feelings. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, and that's but then I think what happens is you get into personality types. Cause sensors, because I'm a sensor, and sensors start to I think our feelings tend to be at the top quickly. I think I've learned just in life to be more objective. But if I ever feel hurt or if I ever feel whatever, sometimes I it's hard for me to go back. I'm like, you hurt me. So I'm like, I don't really want to hear what you're saying no more. So, yeah, I definitely hear what you're saying because I used to be like that. When in my relationships, if once I was hurt, something they would try to have conversations with me, but I didn't want to hear it. Like I say, and they were really trying to improve the relationship, but I was just a bad AAR person because I don't want to hear when you tell me I did something wrong. I don't care how many things you said I did right. I'm just focused right there. I'm like, yeah.
But see, that's why I said that I am tunnel vision because I do the exact same thing. At that moment in time, I don't want to hear nothing that's going on because I'm tunnel vision. Now, once I get out of that funk, then I hear everything that you have to say.
Wow.
I even drive that way. I look straight ahead. I don't look around and stuff. I'm just tunnel vision, whatever I'm focused on.
Wow.
I like the constructive criticism because it gets me to really focus on, how I portray and how I operate. If I did it wrong or right. Because, majority of the time people thinking they're doing something wrong. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't think we're doing wrong. We don't think we're wrong.
So what I have to do is just reflect on, okay, maybe I did move the plate too fast, or maybe I, what I'm saying, as far as I didn't clean it good enough. But I'm still in my zone. I'm cleaning, so I'm probably more looking at okay, maybe I need to take my time to clean this dish. You see what I'm saying?
That's good.
So that for me, I want that because it makes me start having that I'm a perfectionist. So I'm just like, look, what can I do to perfect this right here? So I'm gonna take my time and say, well, 8.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm good with 6, but I need to focus on 7. 7 is take your time. So
let me ask you: have you always been like that, or did you have to grow to that?
Honestly, bro, I think I've always been like that.
Wow.
Because I started out with drums. I started out playing drums at the age of 5, and the only drum beat that I remember was that Chip, Cops in L.A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That first,
Chips.
The Chips.
Yeah.
That the drum beat that came on.
Yeah.
I was doing that. That's the first thing that came to my mind when I got on the drum. So when I started doing that, it's just everything that I was doing, I was just trying to perfect it. So within that perfection, I think that it was always like that. But when somebody tried to criticize me at the time, I was like, okay, maybe you're trying to look down or maybe you're not. But when I started looking at it, it was there to help me
to get better.
My craft. That's what it was all about.
Wow.
You was never there to like you trying to tear me down or pressure me. So, but I always wanted that. I always wanted it because I think within anything we always think of negativity is there to destroy it, but it's really there to build you up. It's really there to it's kind of like fertilizer, if you allow me to say it that way. It helps you grow. So that's how I look at it.
And even with the sex thing, I mean, of course, as Christians, of course, we have that, embedded in us that, we're not sleeping together until, we get married, and it's funny. I'm hearing Christians say, I'm gonna just have to ask for forgiveness. I've actually had Christians tell me that Like I got to at least know. You know, they like that's too. They like. I'm actually happy. They like, Russ. I hear what you're saying, but man, I don't know if I can have that much, because then I'm stuck. It's like so they, you know. But if you carry that through on the wedding night, and let's go past erectile dysfunction. Let's just go to okay, both people are functioning, but one person just not getting there. You know,
They're not attracted to the other person like in that way. Listen, I told you I'll be watching TV now. Love is blind. He only saw her as a family member.
Because she looks so much like his
hold on,
aunt.
wait a minute. Yeah.
Love is blind. One of the gentlemen, he fell in love with this girl, but she looked so much like his aunt. It really messed him up where he could not be turned on to her. He liked everything else about her, but he could not get turned on to her physically because she looked so much like his aunt.
Whoa.
She tried all kinds of ways to seduce him and it just
didn't work.
So what was the point?
Well, the point was in Love is Blind, they didn't meet each other until like 2 weeks later. And some were very happy with what they saw, and some were like, oh, not what I would choose. Yeah. But they worked through that because they did not want you wanting to be with somebody because of the way that they look. It was a conversation that drew them to each other. It was a conversation that drew them to the man to propose to the woman.
It was all through conversation.
It was all through conversation, through a wall. You never saw this person until you proposed to them.
It was. That was the stipulation.
But then they learned about each other.
I get what you're saying.
But then they learned about each other by being in the island for a whole week.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. 202.
Yeah. I get what she's saying, but at some point you saw the person before you married. Even if you saw him on your wedding day, you saw them before you married. Why would you go through with it? If this person looks so much like something, I don't want somebody that looks like somebody else. I avoid people that remind me of a relationship that didn't work. Heck, I even sing that Usher song you remember.
Yeah.
But see, that was just a show though. But here's the thing, even when you're talking to somebody on the phone the whole time, y'all have that chemistry over the phone, but it's just something about when y'all meet each other, that vibe still ain't there.
Let me ask you, G.
Physical vibe.
It's a physical vibe.
G, expose the physical. Okay, I'm just going to like you're not having sex. Okay, I'm saying you're saying okay. So you're attracted even in the physical appearance or whatever, but on the actual night, it's like this is just not cutting it. So what is that? I mean, because the attraction is there, but the action is not lining up.
Well, I mean, I heard things like I was just too excited. This never happened to me before.
Yeah.
You get those type of.
So what is the desensitization or is that the word?
Desensitization. Yeah.
What is it?
Oh, and this is it, and that's a good question, Abe, because this is it. If you've already said I do white dress, tux, and everything, and this is wedding night, I mean, so how do you move forward in that? I mean,
I experienced that myself. Whenever I married my husband, we had never sexually been together.
Okay.
So we literally consummated our marriage.
Okay.
Wow.
Fortunately, I walked away with a good package.
Okay.
I didn't have any issues, but that's not going to always be the case with everybody. Hush,
No, it is not. See, I've been married before too, and see the thing was, I was for one night, and that was on me. Now, I uphold him at that standard from that one night.
Really?
Yes, I did.
Hold on, wait a minute, G. Explain that now. I mean, I'm trying to be funny. No, just seriously, I don't get it.
His performance that night, it's like he put a standard on that.
It was flawless.
It was. It's a flawless victory. It's a flawless victory.
Fatality.
Wow.
I was snoring after the fact.
Oh,
That's how powerful that performance was.
So,
Now,
So what Gina is saying is he had an A game, and then after that he had B game, C game, C game, E game.
that part.
That part.
wow.
And see, that's what happened when we get spoiled with that one night.
Yes,
Quit.
I know that.
That's speaking in tongues.
Hey,
No, we not going
Man,
to. We're not speaking tongues
He
on
done,
that.
he
No.
done, he done set a standard for
No, we're
everybody.
not doing that.
Oh. So what Gina, okay, Gina, so what happens then on that? What's your response on the night when it's not
But
flawless?
see, here was the thing, because it, like she said, walking away with that total package, because he was still that total package. It was just that how you get there, he did at night. That just that. So I was always looking for that.
right.
Did you ever get it any more?
Wow.
No.
Or what was going on at the time?
Yeah, that's the
What was
question.
the answer? Because I didn't hear anything.
You should have saw her face.
I would say, okay, I'm trying to keep it clean. I was counting.
It's a yes or no question.
I was counting,
You
so-
get to that level again.
So
Yes
the
or
part
no.
when I stopped counting, I was like, yeah, he there. But if I still can count, then I was like, nah. It ain't.
Wait a minute, counting, G. Explain the count.
O's,
Wait a minute, you said
O's,
zeros.
O's, orgasms.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
talking about spaghettios.
So
We know what you're talking about.
I mean that's cool. I think we're in bounds in saying that. So
Right.
if you don't climax, is that good or bad? I mean, is that a good night or bad night?
It depends on who you're talking
It
to.
depends.
Oh,
It really
yeah.
depends. Because like, I would say like the first night, you don't get that satisfaction. I kind of that first night is like your past. That's your past. We both nervous. We
Right.
get to know one another. Now anything after that, then okay, I'm expecting some type of performance. I'm pretty sure he is too. So
Does it have to be just through intercourse, or could it be anything else?
listen, I told you my foreplay is throughout the day.
Okay.
You speak those sweet nothings and doing something just because that's
But
and by
hold
the
on.
time he get there, he won't have to work as hard.
Wait, what did you say? 202.
What you say? I would say, get off my line, get off my line, get off my line.
Oh, wow, that's good.
But a lot of people really think foreplay is just in the bedroom. It's not. It's
like
more than that.
Yeah.
But
You
hold
see
it,
me here.
If you're getting that through all out the day, I mean the attention or whatever, but still doing sex during the intercourse part, you're not having climax. Is that still a good? Is that
It depends on what's been done, just like he said.
so? But I'm just saying, but it doesn't have to be like just any other thing that'll
I mean,
get you to that.
it can be anything, but if you okay, I'm gonna spit some knowledge to y'all, you fellas, are y'all.
Hey, why is Miss Ann quiet though?
She gone.
I would just say this for the men. We work, just as hard as sometimes if you just home chilling and we just got from work and we got everything is already here.
Lies.
Now here's the thing. Hold on. And here's the thing. I don't know what type of women you've been dealing with, but I'm telling you about me. Now, by the time I get there and I see that this man done cooked something and he done put on a load of clothes and he done cleaned the house up for me so that I could be free, by the time I get there,
Yeah.
I'm ready for him.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So
That's
wait,
good.
Wait. So what you telling me?
You don't want to tire me.
So okay. So
Hey, I'm cooking some steaks right now. Anybody down?
Stop. 202.
I take one.
So what you so
Yeah.
so what is it that is the motivation for that for a man to clean or to wash clothes and all that. So what is the whole sole purpose of that? What is the meaning for that for you? That's what I'm saying.
Taking a little load off.
That part.
Just taking a little load
We
off.
already not.
Okay.
We already lining up what we have to do when we get home.
Okay. So do you think that can go both ways?
It could. That's what we're saying, but I'm just telling you, I can only speak
About
for
for
women.
yourself.
I
get
can't,
that.
I can only speak for me.
Okay.
All day, and you already don't know how my day went because my day could have been crazy. And then by the time I come home, I already have in my mind, sure, I got to do this and this and this and this. But by the time I come home and it's already done, that's
Right.
my foreplay right there.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm
baby.
ready for you.
Well, I'll just ask you because, like, so what if the man he was saying, okay, I'm not going to do anything in the bed until she changed the tire when the tire go flat. You see what I mean? I think what I'm trying to get y'all to understand, what I'm trying to suggest is that it's not more of the duty, it's more of what the person is doing. What I mean is that if the person, I don't want to be categorized or have a stigmatism saying that the only way I can get pleased or to get something
Is
I
if I do something.
gotta do
No.
something.
That's not what I'm saying
Okay.
at all. What I'm saying is, and this was said to me. They said, I see you come home tired. And then when you come home tired, you still doing more things. And then by the time you get here, I'm receiving a tired you. And I told him why. Because I have so much to do when I come home. So
Okay.
he made it his business
Okay.
to make sure he
Okay.
received the tired me.
So it was more of a compassion.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So when you said it like that, it made it seem like that. Hey, the only way you gonna be able to get some cookies, you gotta wash these clothes.
Mm-mm.
You gotta cook this food.
No. So what the knowledge I'm spitting to some of these fellas out here is to let them know that foreplay is on the outside of the bedroom. So if they start seeing, doing little small stuff, we're not telling them, oh yeah, you need to go out there, you need to do. That ain't what we're saying. But if you don't want a tired female in your bedroom, then you're gonna do all that you can to help her not be tired by the time she get to you.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I can see that. I can see that. But it can go both ways on that situation.
Right.
I think it's more of the compassion on both sides.
Yeah, the attitude.
And the attitude.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So,
Well, hold it. Wait a minute. Okay, I know I don't want to keep just dwelling on this, but I got it because I'm still not hearing a yes or no.
Oh.
Is this? But if all of that happens and you still, I got to just use the word climax. I hope it's cool. If he does all that and does what he shows the kindness but you still don't get to that point in intercourse, are you good? Right, see, that's what I'm saying.
Inquiry minds
No, she shook her head no, bro. That's what I'm saying. I mean, right, because that person, hold, and I'm doing it with the right. I'm not doing it just for the outcome, but I'm really doing to help you out. And so, but in the middle of the action, I'm done, and you're still like, I'm still not there. So, is that are you at a good place? Because I've done everything else.
To be honest, it depends on I guess the situation was going on. If I know that he's tired, like, you know what?
He's not tired. I mean, he's just,
but if he's not tired, then I'm like, you know what? I wasn't pleased. So could you do
answer the
this?
question.
So could
Yes
you
or
do
no?
this?
but she said you got to do something else.
Yeah.
She's not satisfied.
Yeah. If I'm not satisfied, I would give him other things to do.
To make sure you get
right,
to it. Yeah,
right.
I got you. I got you.
Then
that makes
I'm
okay.
not
That's the
gonna
answer.
close
That's the
myself
answer.
out. Oh, he sucked. No, I'm not gonna do this.
Right.
But I am.
He should be
offer.
willing. Now, I mean, if he
now,
needs
if
to
he
do
be
it.
like, babe, I don't feel like doing it now, then I'm like, you know what? Yeah, tonight sucks.
Oh, whoa, that's like, wow.
over here to me.
She passed the mic.
I'm
All
stirred up.
right, go ahead, 202.
So here's the thing, right? And again, it's all about communication, right? At the end of the day, in relationships, there's certain things you're gonna get. Okay, you're gonna get somebody that's either more financially or less financially secure than you are. You can get somebody that's either more sexually active or less sexually active than you are. You're gonna get somebody that can perform or not perform. You understand what I'm saying? And
Right.
you have to communicate these things because at the end of the day, the bottom line, it seems to me like, well, Gina, and I could be wrong. You can correct me at any time, but it's I can say that you want the total package, but I don't do packaging. This. I don't think anybody is perfect in aspect of any relationship. I just believe there's things that we either say I can do without this, or I can do
right,
this.
right, right.
So
Yeah.
I'm a very I'm meticulous. I'm very well organized, right? But and we talked about this before. I have stuff in the closet set up like color, short sleeve by color. Because I have shoes in clear shoe boxes, right? That's how I carry myself. But I can't expect to say if I'm gonna meet somebody and they don't carry themselves like that, oh, it's never
Right.
What am I willing to relax? What things am I willing to relax? And so there's certain things I'm gonna relax and certain things. So you can't go into a relationship and have this person believing that, hey, they're okay with you, they good for you. You get into it, you're like, you know what? This has been happening too long. This ain't gonna work for me. So you got to communicate that before you get into any committed relationship. And it seems to me, again, just listen to you, Gina, when somebody struggles to answer simple yes or no question, the answer's gonna be no.
Wow.
It's gonna be no.
But
So that's just the way it is.
I'm not looking for anybody.
All you're gonna do is tolerate. You're gonna tolerate it until you can't tolerate it anymore.
Right.
And I have.
And then you're gonna
have.
lash out.
So
You're gonna lash out.
right, and I have done that. But
it's something that he may not have any control over.
Right.
What Gina? Where was the toleration part coming in at? What were you tolerating?
Okay. The stuff that I was tolerating was pretty much at that time that the bedroom was all that I was really giving. I can't say the only thing, but part of the main thing that he was giving. As far as the finances, that was lacking. So I tolerate that. But as far as like helping, clean up stuff around the house, that was pretty good. But like I said, like Freddie said, he's not gonna have everything.
Right.
Just like I'm not gonna have everything. But my thing is, if I see you trying, and vice versa, then it's worth. But if you don't see nobody trying to move, then you understand still, it's always gonna be neutral.
Okay,
I can't tolerate being like that all the time. That's not me. But no, I'm not looking for nobody perfect.
I'm a swing just one more time. So if A game first night, B, C games coming up. I mean, you're really not getting exactly, but he is really 100% trying to be the holistic. Trying to do the working. Helping you around the house and stuff like that. Is that still a good place for you? If the bedroom is 50 or 60,
I'm still good with that.
Okay, that's all good. That's cool.
With that.
That's all. I can understand. Okay, I can handle that. That's cool.
Now, if you have a selfish person that's in the bedroom, they're like, I got mine, so I hope.
No, that's crazy. Now that ain't
then
right.
I'm like, you know what? Nah.
Let me say something. Because the thing of it is, I tried to make this clear before. Bedroom is not the answer to a full relationship. Happiness is. It's so much that you can do, share. Even I heard Gina talking about stuff around the house and, come together on things. All this needs to be discussed before you say I do.
True.
But then sometimes, even after it's discussed, when you get there, no, I got you now.
That's what they got to be careful of that one.
Yeah, I got you now.
Got to be careful of that one.
Yeah.
Because people is flip. They'll flip on you.
Yeah, you never expect love them or what you can do because they gonna play. This guy told me, she played a good role until I got her. He said she listened to everything I was saying, what I wanted in a woman. She played that role. He said, but once I got her and moved her in, and he said she flipped.
Right.
Now he's the hateful woman I ever seen, but. Before.
I'm sorry.
We got a bug in here, y'all.
It look like a bat.
You sure need a man because you scared of a bug.
I kill her.
What's wrong with y'all? I don't give up.
Don't sling it on me.
I was trying to get so she could hit it.
She was knocked through the equipment.
I knocked. That was on me. I hit the
But
equipment.
it's like I said, no relationship should make sex priority.
There you
No.
go. That's right.
No relationship should make sex priority. No relationship should depend on happiness in sex.
It shouldn't be about this.
No, it
Even
shouldn't
when
be.
you're watching it on television, and you think that's the way that this how the relationship should be. You shouldn't do it.
Like I said, Gina just stood. Man,
Just don't watch 360 on
I thought y'all said Miss Ann left.
She came back.
I came back. What's the problem? So
Ain't no problem.
okay.
Ain't no problem. And put the camera on Miss Ann so I
I
can
don't
say what I
want-
gotta
she
say.
don't want it
I don't want that. I just came from outside working like a slave.
Oh, if you go on, what, I don't know what I'm
Right
on.
church.
If you go, no, he can't see it. If you go on, if you type in Russell Miles, I should be up. I mean, I'm up on Facebook also. So I mean, the camera has everybody on. Yeah.
I'm just giving her a hard time.
I can tell.
I like
Look
Miss
at
Ann's opinion.
that's good.
But the other thing
I'm
I was
glad
gonna
it's
say,
not the consensus.
the other thing I was gonna say, Gina just I'm speaking there pecan. She does a hard nut to crack. You know, like a squirrel trying to crack that nut. She just a hard nut to crack. Cause I mean,
You
some
just didn't
things.
ran up on the right squirrel, Miss Ann. That's
I
all
know,
that is.
right?
Just didn't run up on the right squirrel.
I mean, to me, I shouldn't say this, but I can look at a hairy man and some go all over me. It don't take much. It don't take all that. Something's wrong with you.
No, when you used to getting the hand me
You
down.
gotta get rid of the hammer used to.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. But now I'm a hard nut to crack.
You are. Everybody's not a hammer
Look,
down.
when you
hammer,
roll up
no.
on Gina, you best ready to punch that clock. If you punching in that clock, you ain't even gonna get in.
I know,
Okay?
What
right?
that
So
even
ready to
mean,
work.
Frank?
I agree with you, sir.
Okay, so when you say hand me downs, are you going to a thrift store? Where you going?
I mean, that's what it looked like.
Ain't known me, been knowing me since college time. Yeah, I'm saying, have I always not been like that? I'm so serious.
So it's like I said, something wrong with you. You gotta get out of there.
I don't know.
Everybody's not. Drop your shield, Gina.
I
Drop
don't
it
know. I don't know.
To who?
to yourself.
Who am I drop this shield
It's
for?
called
You
it's called the evolution of Gina.
Gina got
See, I don't feel like I have a shield.
You do.
I really don't feel like I have a shield on because I'm really feeling like I'm this
No,
convenience store,
No.
this convenient person. Oh, she
Gina,
convenient.
your
We can get to
shield
her
is
quick.
not against that person. Your shield is against your own self.
I can see that.
Your shield is against your own self. Stop fighting against yourself.
Wow, it just got real in there.
I'm
But-
saying like everybody's hard on themselves first before they
We are.
but at the same time, with the quality that you're expecting from someone else, don't put that on that person because of what
Exactly.
you are or what you're feeling. You see what I'm saying? Like
And
I do the
what-
same thing sometimes, but that's
and-
not all the time.
And once you say, I don't care,
Right.
and start making yourself happy,
Right.
you don't care.
Yeah, you don't
Well,
care.
but
Just
what-
make
That's all
yourself
I'm
But
saying.
that's
But-
what makes me.
But Gina, I will agree to you. I'm telling you that this is a tough trial. But when you get married, perspectives change quickly.
Yeah.
They change. This is it. The only reason I can take up for Gina because this is it. Because when you go in almost with this picture of how it should.
But it's
Hold,
not.
but hold on. But this is it. But when you get in it, you can know all the right stuff, and it's still like,
don't work.
yeah, that's the whole thing. That
I
and the whole.
got into something feeling not enough.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm saying because
I
I
was
mean
never-
I had to work through that because what happens is when you go into marriage it might not be
That's why they should keep
yeah so when you
Hold on. This sister said she'll never get married again.
No, I didn't
Oh,
say
what
that.
you say?
I said I would never. I said that I would never not be enough. I said,
yeah
and if I'm not enough, kick rocks.
Right. Yeah, because when you come out, because normally in a marriage, when disappointments happen, when things happen like that, a part of your even your outlook on life can start to shift. So what you have to do is you have to regain yourself. It takes a minute.
Right.
It takes a minute to say, wait a minute, I gotta refocus. I gotta find myself again.
So
Yeah, because because you develop a covenant with somebody. That covenant breaks. And that's why a lot of times, man, you have to be, when you get into another relationship, and you have to really be like, because that person has really impacted you a lot.
Yeah.
So when you come out of that, you're not even trying to compare, but you have just become a whole kind of different person.
I stayed
So
in
is-
there because that's why I tell you, I have been married, but I've been in love. When I
Right.
say
Yeah.
I've been in love, I would have licked the dirt off his shoe. That's how
Good
much
gracious,
love.
that's love.
I was in love.
Mm.
And I
Mm.
did everything. I mean everything. I was in my 20s, 1920. I did everything. And he was cheating.
Everything.
Everything.
And he was cheating. We shared bills, we shared everything. And he was cheating and I didn't know it. And once I found out, man,
Changes you.
I went from 160 pounds down to 142.
Changes you.
And I cried from morning to night. And the only time I didn't cry was when I was working. I
Yeah.
cried myself to sleep in the morning. It took me 2 years to get over that. 2.
Right.
Right.
Because I was still young.
Right.
But
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
I
It changes. It
agree
changes. It
with
changes.
what Miss Ann is saying, and I look at it like this. When you evaluate yourself, don't give your value to that other person.
Yeah.
What I mean is, because sometimes it may seem like that they're devaluing you, but they're not really, because they don't know who you are. So since they don't know who you are, sometimes you may feel like you're being devalued in your relationship, but it's not really that. So sometimes what you have to do is don't give your value to the person that you're with. And I just feel you need to hold on to it. It hit me in my ear. So, yeah, it hit me in my ear. So I'm still
Yeah.
talking.
He gone.
I hope y'all got the bug. Y'all get the bug?
That.
We got the bug.
oh,
Yeah.
wait.
Well, the bug's been crucified.
Oh, wait. You can stand this bug.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Yeah, she was happy. I could see her face go like, yes. I know. Yeah, she calm. Yeah, Freddie she was focused.
But that's how I see things. I think we give our values to people, and I don't think we should give our values.
But this is it. Believe it or not, bro. Believe it or not. In covenant, you really do give all of that. So what happens?
Give your value too.
When I say value, no, you don't. This is it. Think about think about this now. What does God withhold from us? But what do we give him back 100%? So what happens is he's always giving all, and then we're I don't want to say we shady, but sometimes it's like, oh, I didn't hit the mark, but God, hey, you still gotta love me the same. You know what I'm saying? So covenant is this. Covenant is I got to trust you with all of me. This is, I'm all in. Because the parts that I hold back, it actually makes the covenant weaker. Now, the one thing that God would never allow you to do, you can't give your spirit to anybody. So so your spirit is, but the soulish part of you, when I enter in covenant, it really what you really do at a wedding, we don't do it because of, whatever. You're supposed to slit your hand and you join blood. This is like, this is a blood covenant. We don't do that anymore. But really what they used to do when they cut covenant, now we cutting hands, this is blood. We becoming one. So all that I am and not, this is it. I'm not holding anything back from you. So what happens is, and when you get in marriage and you give yourself like that and it's not reciprocated, that's when walls start to develop, because it's like, I know better now. So the next person you meet, you got to be careful, because now the other person has created some walls in you. Because if you go into a marriage, you cannot go into like, now, hey, I give you this much, but not all. But this is it in a marriage. If you can't give all of you, say I'm not willing to trust you with all of that, don't get married. Just say, look, man, I'm just like, I'm not at that point. Yeah.
That's the only reason why I said that.
Yeah, covenant is all.
So like the value of yourself. That's you. You see what I mean? I'm not saying that it's egotistical or it's an ego, but when I'm saying my value, I'm just saying that that's who I am.
Sure.
You see what I mean?
That's what I was going to ask because that's who I am. Is
Right.
my value.
Is my value.
And my value likes to pour out because I love people.
Right.
So
Right.
that gets me in trouble,
There
or
you
it
go.
can get me in trouble.
And-
So how do
Yeah.
I stop being me?
Hold-
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Hold on,
all I
but hold
know.
on, but-
So that's what I mean by
Hold on,
that,
but this
by
is
that.
it. Don't marry anybody that you can't do that with. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I see that.
Right. If I can't when you get married, you telling that person, you're telling yourself, I can trust that person with me totally. It's like the eagle. I can drop and they got me.
But it's even in the dating stage. It's going to start there.
Right. In the things, and this is it. The whole thing is, and you follow your spirit, you follow your gut. The whole thing is like, if you feel that the fingers on the chalkboard, if your spirit is like, I'm trying to work, don't work through anything in dating. Don't do it.
Wow. Well, ladies, be
Don't-
patient with me because God is not through with
I'm
me
telling
yet.
you, dating is that. Dating is an evaluation period. The whole thing is, if let's do an AAR. If you take me on the range, and man, I'm just not hitting center mass nowhere. I'm just like, you like, well, you know what, you look, we gonna just try to get you qualified, but we ain't gonna never let you hold the M16. We putting you on the desk, we putting you somewhere because you got some good qualities, but I can't. It's like
That's not
we
your
don't
thing.
know what your thing is. We got to just get you qualified. Once we get you qualified, the only reason you touch a gun is if somebody come into the office, they done got through the front line, and you got to touch the gun. So what happens is,
they don't have no good aim.
right. But this is it. But you've done everything to try to correct the aim. There's a block. So you know what you tell them in the AR? Like, you good, you cannot shoot. Now you are really good at paperwork. This is your thing. So, but in dating, oh yeah, in dating, your AAR is this. In the AAR in dating is this. If somebody's showing you who they are, believe it. Don't work through it. If you're working through stuff in dating, you hurting your own self.
Yeah.
Because you don't do. It's like, Russ, you just give up on it. No, you don't. If you get to a point where you're frustrated every day in dating, why are you dating? It's like, look, you know what? Why are we wasting our time on this? Because if I'm working through it now, when I marry you, it's getting ready to get multiplied times 10,000.
Right.
Right. If you chew with your mouth open, and that's really like, this is gonna irritate me all my life to see you chewing with your mouth open. You're like, Russ, you gonna cut the whole relationship? Yeah, because look how much we eat together. So every time we go to a restaurant, I gotta sit there and tolerate with you with your mouth open. It's gonna break me. It's like, I love you. I really love you. I'm like, can you chew with your mouth closed? It's like, no. It's like, God, I hate me. But because what happens is, if I marry you, I'm gonna start treating you bad. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, don't you close your stupid mouth. And then it's like,
Stupid, just your word.
close your. Do you not have home training? But they might come from a family where all of them chew with their mouth open. It's like, that's just how you chew. Like, we can't be. That's not. Let's go somewhere. It's like, Russ, you mean you gonna get? Yeah, I'm telling you. That it's the little foxes. It's the little foxes. Yo.
Keep chewing with her mouth open from day one, and you go beyond that. That is on you.
Yeah, that's over, bro. Exactly. That's on me. That's on me, there, bro.
Love with her. That is on you.
That's on me,
So
bro.
what I'm saying is, from day one, you chewing with your mouth open, and that's not my thing. There's no more dates.
Right. I don't even need to try to work on getting close to you. I'm pushing through that. Like,
so if you entertain it to a relationship, that's all on you. That's not even on her.
That's on me.
You
It is.
wasted your time. He didn't.
202. You right.
He didn't.
And then she asked me honestly, does this bother you? If I lie and say no, that's on me. That is not her fault. That's on me. Yeah.
You can just say we just be friends.
Right, we can be friends. We just ain't gonna never go to eat together,
Yeah.
but we can do everything else.
That way,
Yeah.
you don't,
That's
you're
it.
not looking for anything.
We're not looking for anything else. That's a deal breaker. Go
So
ahead on,
you were
Freddie.
talking about the qualification. You were using the qualification as an analogy. So let me tell you how the military works, right? Either you're deployable or you're non-deployable.
Good. I
You
like
cannot
that.
qualify with your weapon. It doesn't matter what your job is. You're non-deployable. Guess what's the next step? It's not for us to discharge you. So either you're gonna work on learning how to, or you're gonna be out the organization eventually.
Oh, Freight,
It's
that's
not to say, oh, I
big.
can't shoot. I'm just gonna continue to do my job. No, that's not how it works.
If you don't qualify, they kicking
the
you
next time
out.
you see a soldier,
Oh,
next time you see a soldier, right?
Yeah.
Ask them what their job is. Ask them what their job, and I will bet you everything I got in the bank right now, they will not give you the right answer. They will not. What is your job as a soldier? Right?
right.
That's to any soldier. Most of them do not know this. And the answer should be to fight and win wars. That's what your job is. It doesn't matter what your MOS is. Your MOS simply supports that mission. Your
Bro,
mission
that's
is to
spiritual,
fight
bro.
and win wars.
That's spiritual,
So,
Freight.
I
That's
promise
spiritual.
you, I have asked many people with 20 years experience, 15, 20, 35, and they can't even give me an answer. And that's why I tell people a lot of times, age doesn't mean experience, doesn't mean knowledge. Okay? So your mission in the military is simple. Fight and win wars. Your MOS simply supports that mission. Period.
Hey,
You know,
that'll
so,
teach,
You
bro.
know, so when you're using
That'll
that analogy,
teach,
I'm
bro.
just here, I'm like, no, I'm gonna need to
Thank
correct
you.
it
No,
because
please.
You cannot qualify with your weapon.
They put you out.
Yeah, you're non-deployable. Miss Ann, I don't know if she's still there or not.
Yeah,
'Cause
she
I can't
is.
see her.
She is.
But at 22, she did what she was supposed to do, right? Because even at 30 something, I did the same thing. I did what I was supposed to do. When you marry, you give everything. You're not thinking outside of what's going outside of your home. You're thinking everything is good because this person portrayed that, right? So she did everything she was supposed to do. She wasn't supposed to think that something else was going to. Whatever he said or did gave her the impression that she was it, right? That she was enough.
Yeah,
You know, so it wasn't on her.
It was on
It
him.
was on him.
Yep, that's
Just
true.
like
see,
just like with my relationship. You know, I'm not going to worried about what is happening because I believe that everything is good. And I believe that based on the open communication that we had, if it wasn't, she would have been woman enough to say, let's sit down, let's have a conversation and tell me, hey, this isn't working for me. Here is why it's not working, and give me an opportunity. You know, so I'm gonna say this very quick, and because I know we went over time, right?
Yeah,
I dated this one girl, and she asked me one time, if I came to you and told you I didn't want to be with you anymore, would I ask her why? And I told her no. And she said, why? I said, because if you come to me and tell me you didn't want to be with me anymore, I'm going to believe that you sat down and you thought about it. You put a lot of thought into it, consideration, and you came to a decision. Now, if you wanted to have my input, you would have came to me and sat me down and said, look, these are the things you're doing that I don't like. These are the things I would like you to do.
That's good.
And then give me an opportunity
That's
to do it. But if you make up your mind, please do not expect me to say why. No, I'm going to say bye.
Good.
And I did because I saw my mom treat my dad like that. So I thought that's how a woman's supposed to treat a man. So
But then you got
I was
walked
trying
over.
to follow in my mom's footsteps. I mean, she did for my dad. I thought that's what I was supposed to do, you know.
Yeah, I get it. Wow.
I think
Miss Ann, I don't know you. I just know the story you just told, and I'm telling you, at 22, 32, 42, 52, you did what you were supposed to. You did your part because when we give, we're supposed to give out everything, just like you did in a relationship.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
I did the same thing, and you know what? It doesn't always work out. You know, you got past it, and I'm sure it shaped you to the person you are. Hopefully, just like me, mistrust, don't trust people or whatever.
That's
the case
true.
may be.
Right,
That
that's
makes
true.
us a little bit,
That's
wiser.
true.
That's true.
You know,
That is.
but at the end of the
Absolutely.
day,
Absolutely.
It's that person's loss. That person was who they were to begin with.
That's good.
So
That's
it
right.
is what it is. But at
Good
22, nobody can tell you.
No.
32, whatever your age was, when you went into the marriage, you went in wholeheartedly, and that's how you're supposed to. If you're going in with anything less than that, then you're already setting it up to fail.
Failing.
So
It's
I
failing.
that's all I can say on that.
Yeah.
I think that's why I'm the way I am, Miss Ann, is because sometimes you have to be watchful into prayer. Because I remember I was upset the day he walked out the door, and I said, Lord, let all my emotions walk out with him. And I have not been the same me since.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it changes you. It
It
can.
is.
If you don't, it really. And it took me some time. And what happened with me is I finally was single enough to learn myself. So what happened? Because I was always in and out relationships quickly, so I could never adjust. I could never catch myself and say, "Wait a minute, what's going on with you, Russ?" So this is the longest point I've had in life, just to be with me. Like, okay, now Russ, you understand who you are. I never understood. I always understood myself through the eyes of somebody else. So yeah, so now for the first time, I'm like, okay, Wes, you know who you are. So I'm a better person now. But it used to be once out of one relationship right into the other. So now I'm trying to become what somebody else wants me to be.
That's what I meant by the value.
Yeah.
Of yourself.
But with Gina, she went to God. He granted her that wish.
God, he gonna do that.
Yeah, she went to God and prayed. He granted her that wish. So that's why. Now,
Oh, you just
Gary
you pray for healing. You just pray for
Yeah,
healing.
she
You just
gotta
say,
pray
Father,
for the
reactivate
healing
it. Just
because
react when she's ready for that.
gave her
And,
what she
and
asked
see,
for.
this is what I'm doing now is actually praying for that healing.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
Because,
yeah, that'll
now
reverse.
when I
It'll
look at
reverse.
it, I said I should have told him all the
Oh, the
negative
there you go.
emotions.
There you go. That's
Take
it.
that away from me.
Yeah,
Oh, he's gonna restore the
And
years.
I said take all of my
Oh, the years restored. Oh, girl, instantly. Yeah, those years are restored back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you listen when you hurt. You know what God knows about us. He's such a good father. He protects us in our hurt. Because in our hurt, we'll say crazy. We'll say when you hurt, you don't know. I tell people the worst time to speak is when you're hurting or in your emotions, because you start saying crazy stuff like, I don't never want to marry nobody else. You don't really mean that. You so hurt you don't want that. But if you don't change that quote, it follows you for the next 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
I told Jenna one day one Saturday we were just her and I hear, I said, Jenna, you don't have no emotion. Do anything bother you? I mean, I read her like that. I said, you have no emotion. Do anything bother you?
Yeah, but I mean, I guess I see a different Gina. I see the vulnerable. I always see Gina as vulnerable because she hurts easy. I mean, you try to cover it, but I was that type of person. What it is,
Yeah.
you learn how to. You hurt on the inside. No,
and I
because
speak for my pain too.
yeah, she hurts on the inside. If she's disrespected or whatever, I can tell it. It's like no, because when she and this is it, and that comes from when you try to open it up and you keep getting your heart kicked. So you start like, you know what? I ain't. I'm gonna guard my heart. So that's like I ain't gonna get attached to you that quickly. You just like I ain't getting ready to get attached to you until I can trust you. So it's the trust process. Once you trust you, that's good. But yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, when you hurt, yeah, people who look like they got a wall up, those are people who've been hurt badly.
Yeah.
Because you put up a vault. It's like you ain't never hurt me no
That's
more.
why y'all see the shield and I don't, because I done became
Yeah, you're immune to it.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah. Because in your mind, you need to be able to walk away from anybody at any time and be okay with it. Yeah, because if you're not, yeah.
And I
Have
don't
you guys
like
ever
that.
seen?
Go ahead, bro.
So I watch a lot of movies, and there's a movie called Heat with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. And I remember in the movie there's a quote where Robert De Niro is talking to a girl. He met a lady or whatever. She went to his apartment. He didn't have a whole lot of stuff, and she asked him why he didn't have a lot of stuff. He said, "I need to be able to walk away. Um, if the heat come around the corner, I need to be able to walk away." And that's how I used to carry.
I remember that. Yeah.
I would never attach myself, to anything, and so I used to always have that in the back of my head, like the minute I see something that don't make sense, I'm out. And I did that plenty of times. People would call me like, "Hey, I don't hear from you no more," and I was like, "Yeah, I got other things going on, and it just don't include you."
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's how I used to carry myself. So
Wow.
I used to pray all the time for patience, and I remember Perdue would tell me this, and I let her finish it. But I used to pray all the time for patience. And what did you used to say to me?
Do not pray for patience, but pray for perseverance.
Yeah.
There you go. I used to pray for patience all the time. I was like, I need patience to get through this. And she said that if I didn't pray for perseverance, I'm always going to get tested. My patience is always going to get tested.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to learn that the hard way. My patience was tested a lot. And the truth is, I've become a more patient individual because I wasn't. Like, patience? What is that? that somebody in the hospital? Because that's all I know what it is.
Wow. All right, y'all. We can shut it down because this was good though, man. I think this is a good topic. It started off heated, but I think some great. Yeah, that was an icebreaker. It was good stuff though, man. So thank everybody. Thank you for all the input. I think healing went on. I think people who are listening. I think that's why we went longer. I think some people probably wanted to hear some of the stuff that for y'all being transparent, because you don't find many people who will be willing to be this transparent. Nah, it's like we normally try to be guarded, for y'all to be open. I think people being able to be healed. So yeah, we'll be back next Monday. Happy Juneteenth. I know some of y'all had days off. So this Monday. So we thank God for this national holiday. And I thank God, of course, freedom, and freedom is not just about racial freedom, thank God just to be free, even in relationships, man. Don't be in bondage, don't be whatever, don't tie yourself down to anything that make you feel bound. If the moment you feel bound, know God is in where the Spirit of the Lord is, there's liberty. So we want to make sure always be free, never feel like you're stuck in a situation you can't get out, because there's always a way of escape. So we're gonna switch over to the to R&B. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. Lord, I don't even have to preach the best blessing up tonight. Let's see here. Oh, big print. That's why I know it up on the computer so I can read it. But we'll go to number 6. I like that to be one of the last things you hear at night, so you can go to sleep with the blessings. And you can put this in here for me.
Me?
Yeah. It's right there on the side. It's right. You put this piece. Did you do that on purpose? Oh, thank you, Freddie. I'm like, whoa, that's yeah, good. So we want to release you with the priestly blessing. I always ask to turn the palm up if you can. If not, just receive this blessing. This is the blessing that God gave to Moses to give to Aaron to bless the children of Israel. And you are Abraham's seed, as if you have Jesus living on the inside of you. And it reads in Numbers 6:22. And saying, the Lord speaking to Moses, saying, verse 23, speak to Aaron and his son, saying, on this wise you should bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, verse 24, the Lord bless thee and keep thee. Verse 25, the Lord make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Verse 26, the Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. And verse 27, they should put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you, 202, for joining us tonight.
Right.
Look forward to next week if you can make it in. Thank you for your input. Valuable, bro. Have a good night, and we'll see everybody. You are listening to WYRN 1480 AM, W295DK 106.9 FM. All right, y'all.
But he did request
You say he's not your friend on Facebook.
That's why he couldn't call me. We had that reserve friends on it.
No.
I thought about it. I was like, I go to sleep with thunder and all that stuff. I make thunder. She makes thunder.
What's up? Pizza.
Pizza. And I put it right over there under the air.
That's all right.
Like some praise.
No,
You saying you always calling me out. You supposed to be my friend.
I am your friend. That's why I tell you the truth.
You my mirror friend.
Father, thanks for the food that I see. May go to directly to my body. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Anybody need wipes?
Shop your blessings and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this ain't balanced. No, I think this.
Can y'all take the bottom? I got white over here in hand sanitizer. White's easy to get to.
I think I was hungry.
I did. Then you see me falling over?
Y'all, leave the trees alone.
I was falling over. He gonna have me to just want me to grab it. See, you gotta pay attention. You must say, honey, I got it.
You're right. You're right.
You pay attention. I put it on there. Not gonna eat.
Like you have to take the
Miss Carter,
I got water.
where you going?
Huh? I got water right downstairs.
You leaving? Or you can tell me yes. I was just hungry too. I'm sorry.
Well, I got it.
Huh? Yeah.
For FYI, I don't like those.
Yeah, you in the military.
I wreck my car trying to get away from bugs. Sleeping in the woods.
How did you make it?
Man,
We out in the field.
I'm covered up as much as possible.
well, you probably went to Banfield. I went I could do it. They said, who are you smelling like baby pie? I didn't do it.
Well, bugs don't like baby.
No, they were trying to.
They wanted to be
because-
funky.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't want y'all to smell
They
like
didn't
the
want us to take that.
They didn't want y'all to smell feminine.
And that was the worst time. Every time we went to the field, it was like, oh, man, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Every time. I just see y'all make me go A-ball because I told y'all let's do it every time.
Look, I got lost during PLDC, which is, your first school that you go to. And I was in South Carolina, so they were always telling us that there were cougars out there. So when it was time for us to do our land nav, which is not one of my strengths, I got lost.
From
I
your
heard the
home.
horn. The horn will go off 3 times. The first horn is, go ahead and go back to the rally point. Second one is, hey, we get ready to load up. Come on. Third one is, we're gone. I couldn't find my way.
What did you do?
They said, always since you get lost, sit there on a dirt path and wait for a truck. I waited. No truck came. So I heard the third one. I knew they was gone. First of all, you never leave a fallen soldier
Never
behind.
leave. But
So,
you're supposed
why
to be
you
without a
leave?
battle buddy even. Oh,
But
your battle buddy.
we're not going to have a battle buddy when you're doing land now. As your final.
Wait, nigga, how do you get off? How do you get that far off?
I don't have a sense of direction.
Oh my God.
I can
And I
find
had my compass. It's just that it was hard to find my point. And I was scared I was going to be able to buy a tiger, a lion, or
What's going on?
I don't know how to wear. I still can't tell you how to really find my way.
so I finally took a walk down the dirt road and ended up on, didn't know it, that I was right there. But I ended up being on the main road, and when I got on the main road, here comes an Apache. Floating in the air, just sitting right there, hovering above the street.
Looking for you?
Yeah. And then here comes a Humvee.
Yeah, you had the Apache looking for you. That's the movies. Whoa.
When I got to the classroom, when I got back to the campus,
Oh, what they say to you?
I said, I'm not going straight to play. I'm going to do. I was mad. I was hot as fish grease. Got to the room, took a shower, and changed my uniform. Then I went to class, and my little short instructor, his name was First Sergeant Ford. He says, Brody, what happened? I want to say, you left me. That's what happened.
So are they supposed to leave you?
No.
Not no first sergeant. You're not supposed to be there because you're head of the platoon.
And he's accountable for me. So if something would have happened to me, I
It would have been on
explained to
him.
my family. Well, we left.
He didn't get written up.
I was through us in the middle of the field, that huge tent that we never put up before, and it was thunderstorms, lightning, the
Did you guys
wind.
have the GP meeting that you had to put up?
I don't know what it was. It was huge.
The real big ones?
Huge.
GP meeting.
Let me tell you something. I slept in the rain that night just like that.
Why?
Because we didn't know how to put up the tent. They left us out there with the hotel. I'm not making this up. They left us out there in tents in a thunderstorm and wet. We got hotel. All these.
Wow.
I couldn't wait to get out.
At the end of the course, he came to me and apologized. I did, right?
So do y'all do roll call before y'all come to truck?
They do.
That's crazy,
Guess
man.
what, Gina? What they make us do? Count off.
I couldn't stand that.
You count off in the beginning and you count off in the end. And you make sure you have those same numbers. He knew he loved me.
They weren't supposed to be.
That's terrible, friend. He not for woman, ain't he?
Not for PTSD.
I was traumatized. I was.
Man, that would have made me feel so. I'm in the middle of the woods.
I did.
And you don't like the woods.
No, I don't.
And they people think, oh, you know, y'all in the military, y'all got it good. Keep that right on. That's why I got it.
How many years you did?
How they think y'all had to do? How they think y'all had to do?
But then hear everybody talking about benefits after
That
retirement.
did, and see, the thing was, I went because my mom was a single mother and she couldn't send me out to college, but nobody told me about their ranks after doing the army. So I joined the army to go to college. Well, it's just,
Because I'm not done now.
Right, yeah, you done messed it up, I know that.
I'm not done.
I just doing this year.
I have one that children out.
Talking about going out on the field. They used to use
No,
that
what did I do? I didn't do anything.
to take advantage of the senior women.
One of my very good co-workers, who was like my big brother, he ended up telling me, he said,
They had a lot of lawsuits. A lot of women died because of that.
when my first
They
sergeant,
don't
I
want
was
to talk
very
about it, but a lot of when the women died in the wars, it was because of that.
God.
so drunk.
They don't want to tell people that because it'll make
I couldn't
it look,
believe it.
like a
And he
bad
almost
deal.
crazy.
But I can imagine that, bro.
And I told him, I put my face
We
aside.
talking about that. We ain't talking about like 50 or 60. We talking about thousands.
Whoa.
he shouldn't have done it.
That's dramatic,
And I
bro.
had a battle, but that fool left me. I had to fight this big man off by myself. I had to fight him off by myself.
But you know
and
what?
then he had to stand in front of my woman.
You should have shot him.
When
We didn't have
to-
weapons.
When we went to California, we were already told, because California and Mexico was right there. We were already told, don't even go over there. Don't. We had two guys that slipped away and went to Mexico.
Oh, no.
Went to the bar, got drunk, and literally ended up getting beat up. One of them left his battle buddy and was able to make it back. The one that he left was beat up so bad that our governor of North Carolina had to talk to the governor and the officials over there to get him back home because he was in Mexico and we don't have any jurisdiction. So they had to work out some stuff to get our soldiers
That's major.
from Mexico back to the United States to get treatment because they beat him up.
And that's military.
It's
And see, that's the crazy thing.
That's almost an invasion. Like, why you over here? You can flip that anyway.
See, that's the crazy thing. You know, when I was talking to her about that, mine left me. She looked at this dude and took off ran.
God.
She showed did. She ran. I was like, who just want to have the freaking battle?
We already scared of him as it is.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the next day he had to stand in front of us and give us directions. You know how we look at it, right? I'm afraid of trouble. I'm afraid of trouble. So I'm like, you know, we know y'all alcohol. Just like y'all do.
It's a blessing that you made that lie because they won't. Normally kill people when they don't want their names to be put out there.
Who kill people?
Scandal is not non-fiction. When you see Scandal, every last bit of it is true. Every last bit of it.
They
Down
got
to
to
the
promote
killings,
us,
down to the threats, down to the hiding bodies. It's not fake. The military will have you killed if you even come close to having one of their secrets revealed. That's why we have soldiers killed and come up missing.
because I heard that I can actually get PTSD from that event, but I didn't want to get them in trouble. I didn't want to get them in trouble. But like I told him, man, if you would have raped me, you would have took my virginity. That would have been my first time. Like,
Hey, did you ever serve? You ever serve?
I was what they call military brat. That's how I served.
yeah. Right.
I was getting up 4 o'clock in the morning, going to school, and seeing them in their shorts on, short sleeve shirts. It's 4-degree weather.
But here's the crazy thing, even like now, like the reason I said I have to take the my